Welcome back to another video. In this video you can see behind me train tracks, as you also saw from that sneak peek of that little high railer that just went by. Alright, so we're in the Lehigh Gorge. I'm not alone. I'm also accompanied by none other than Jamie Macon.
Hey guys.
The Reading and Northern expert. So we decided it's 4th of July. I guess you have plans later, but I don't.
Do, yeah.
So,
fireworks,
yeah.
Normal plans, no trains.
There you go. So I'm probably going to be hanging around here, so you'll probably see a lot more footage coming from this day in this video than she will have of her footage. But she also did the ride where I didn't, so you'll get to see that on her channel. But we picked a day, today to come up here and catch the F units, because they're running the F units this weekend for the 4th of July weekend, which is pretty cool. I've never actually seen them run before, so this is a treat for me. I have seen them, but I've never seen them run. So getting to see them run is pretty cool.
And this is the first weekend that they're running them on the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway, and I don't know if they're ever going to do it again. So today's actually our last day to catch it.
Andy, if you're watching, comment down below. Let us know if you're going to run them again.
Please run them again. We're enjoying this.
Or at least say hi in a comment or something, just so we know. We know you watch, so we just want to, see some interaction from you. But yeah, anyway, we came out here to the gorge to check it out, get some couple spots here to get some good shots of it, as you saw, or as you're going to see in the footage. And I brought my bike, so I'm kind of riding back and forth. Jamie has her scooter. So we're gonna probably start heading back to the parking lot now. We did catch it going through already and then coming back. I'm probably gonna go down towards the bridge and get some shots down there. And I might actually ride down into town and maybe get you some shots. I guess they're doing, what, 2 more?
They're doing 2 more. They're gonna run a 3 o'clock train. And now on weekends for the summer, they run a 4:30 train. So there's 4 gorge trains every day now.
Awesome. So I may get you some footage from the station in Jim Thorpe as well. So, if you like trains and you enjoy F units and historical train stuff, hop on board and take a ride with us and enjoy the video.
All aboard, guys.
Toot toot. one shout out I do want to give to JP for hooking me up with this waterproof case for the DJI Osmo Action that I'm using right now. Take a look, I got it mounted on the handlebars right there, so hopefully that'll help with wind noise because it's completely sealed. So we should be able to put you guys in here and not have a lot of wind noise. So we'll test this out and hopefully it works, and we'll see you when we get on the trail. So again, big thank you to JP for hooking me up with that. He wasn't using it anymore and asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, sure, I can definitely use it since I lost the cover for the side of this camera anyway. I can't do underwater footage without it. Now I can with that, so that's very helpful, and look forward to using that for some future underwater footage. We are at the yard here where the turntable is. Yeah, there's a motorcycle. The road's right above to my right here, so it kind of throws you off with the sound sometimes. You think it's a train coming up behind you and it's not. But I wanted to show you guys this. Here is the GP38-2 number 2013 that normally pulls the excursion through the gorge, sitting here, and along with the switcher. I think it's an SW, not sure what switcher that is. I'll have to look that up and put the information on the screen here, but it's a number 1542. And then you can see over in the distance there by the turntable the water tanker that they use behind 425 when they're running that. And they got a bunch of rails sitting here and some tie plates and huge pile of spikes over there, and kind of over where the passenger cars are sitting. And from what Jamie was saying earlier, these are the passenger cars that were being pulled by 2102. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on up ahead a little bit, see what kind of vantage point we can get. If it doesn't look too good here, then maybe we'll continue on down to the station and see if we can get it down at the station. Alright, so here we are under the bridge. Right up there is 209, and then this bridge goes across the gorge over into the other part of Jim Thorpe. But this is the other side of the yard. by the smelly dumpsters. So here's a bunch of the passenger cars that were used for the 2102 excursions, sitting here being stored. That's a good bit of cars there. That's a lot of cars. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 here, and then 2, looks like 2 or 3 on the other track there behind those trucks. And then you can see off in the distance straight back 2013 and the switcher. So, I mean, this could be a good vantage point. We can maybe sit here and wait for it to come back. I mean, we're going to be getting the caboose end first. It'll be coming back in. The station's just right around the corner here. So all this parking lot here behind me is actually new. You can tell by the fresh asphalt that this has all been paved and lined, and new guardrail and everything, because the last time that I was here for trying to think of what that was that the caboose ride we did? This was all stone back here, and this wasn't done yet, so, and it was kind of blocked off, but they were letting people park in here because the main parking lot over there got pretty full. So they do have kiosk over here to pay for your parking, which I'll show you that. So if you do have to park down this far, you know where to go. It's right by this bridge post right here. There's a porta potty too if you need it. So there's your kiosk for parking, and I'm assuming that's all Reading and Northern back in there. So this is pretty cool though, looking at the mountains up here. I should have brought the drone. You know, I didn't even think of that. I could have had the drone here too. It's a nice open spot, but I'm not riding back to go get that. I'll miss the train probably by then. So maybe I'll scout out down here a little bit. I mean, this is a really nice shady spot being under the bridge. So I'm kind of thinking maybe here, but it is shady around the corner there too. So either way, I got a good option. So we'll, like I said, I'll go scout that out, see if I can make a decision on whether I want to be here or... I picked my spot. As you can see behind me, I got the excursion passenger car sitting here to my right, which would be your left, and the smelly dumpsters to my left, which would be your right. Figured this would be a nice quiet spot other than the people up on top of the bridge. You know, kind of brought myself under the bridge just in case they decided to, like, you know, throw anything down, or I mean, they do have that fence up there, but they could like spit or something. Don't want to take any chances of getting anything on me. So looks like we got a pretty good vantage point down along the corner there, down where 2013's sitting, so we'll be able to get it coming around that corner and then coming through the yard here. So it's a pretty good stretch, pretty good straight stretch here that we'll be able to catch it. You know, I kind of figured there's a lot of people over there. Not really a lot of people, not like normal, like the last few times I've been up here. It's kind of late in the day. It's like after, I don't even know what time it is. 5:30, so it's not that busy over there, but I figured over here at least I'm out of the way and it's quiet and I'm by myself, so I got some, I guess you could say, privacy over here. So other than them guys yelling over the wall up there. So yeah, let's hang out here and wait for it to come back through. Well, I guess while we're doing shout outs and thank yous, I wanted to also do another shout out to Matt. Obviously you guys know he gave up his channel, but he was selling his equipment and I ended up buying this microphone from him. I forget what brand it is and all that stuff, so I'll have to put that on the screen. The box is in the truck, so I think it's a I forget, but anyway, it's it works pretty good for this camera. I do have the wireless mic set up that I had gotten from Jay as well, so I have both options. I can use that on here, I can use that on this camera, I can use it on my phone, but I am liking this one, that being able to put it on this camera. It seems like it's working pretty good with this one, so Also, I've been tossing the idea around since I have this Panasonic and I do have the other Panasonic that I had gotten from Jay. I'm thinking about selling one of them, but I'm not sure yet because I like the fact that this one has night vision, and I like the fact that that one has a better zoom than this one. So I'm kind of torn on whether I want to actually pull the trigger and go ahead and sell it or not. So we'll see. I don't know. I might have a few people I might ask to see if they'd be interested in it or not. But I don't know. We'll figure that out when we cross that bridge. All right, well, we made our way down into town here and down at the station, checking it out, sitting here by the station. They just offloaded the passengers, and they're probably going to be pulling the cars back over here, or maybe even disconnecting and leaving them sit there. So figured I'd come down here and check it out, see what they do with movement, where they put it, where they park it, where they place it. But wanted to get you some epic shots of it sitting here by the station too. People are taking the opportunity to get their pictures taken with it, posing with it. Alright, so they have these orange cones up for you not to make a left turn, but what are people doing? Making a left turn in the wrong lane. Ay, ay, ay. They're just gonna cut their way right through. Not a care in the world. There you go. You can come up close and personal with it running. This is the first time I'm actually this close to it running. That's a pretty neat experience to hear all the sounds that it makes, and bleed off the air and the engine running, and it's pretty surreal. There's nice shiny paint. It's in a really nice shape. They've done a really beautiful job restoring it and bringing it up to Reading Northern standards, Andy Muller standards. So here's a look behind me of it sitting here in the station. There is a little kid up in there. He was waving at me out the window on the other side, so I guess they're giving cab tours and stuff. So we're gonna hang out for a little bit and see what it does, and see where they're gonna move it to, and maybe we'll catch that on film or not. All right, here it comes. They're heading out to park it in the yard over here. that was pretty cool. While I was down at the station, the engineer Jeff climbed down after I was done, you know, that last clip there, and handed me this. This is actually the RNN magazine, the official magazine of the employees and customers of the Reading and Northern Railroad. And it's got 2102 right on the front cover. Let me get my hands out of the way. But that was pretty cool, and I was just kind of leafing through it a little bit, and it's showing different things of construction that's going on, training, gives descriptions and stories of what the railroad's actually doing and the progress that they're making with the construction of new rails and replacing old rails, and probably the KME yard. There's some stuff in here about the 2102, the restoration on that. And there's actually here, this is cool, I like this. There's a picture of Andy Muller Jr. on the ice throne, I guess that is, yeah, ice throne at Winterfest display in February 2022. So that's pretty cool too. So I was definitely appreciative of that. That's give me some good reading material and learn some more about the railroad itself. I'm sure you probably get these through the railroad or at the Port Clinton yard. They do allow you to go there and tour the yard with a permit and a pass, which you've probably already seen with JP videos and Jamie Macon and Emerald Sound Productions. Actually, I'm sorry, JP wasn't there. JP and I are planning on going there. We still want to get there and check that out. So it was Jamie Macon and I believe Nick's Crossing might have done one too. So irregardless, we'll get there in the future. There's other channels that have posted videos that have been there as well. So yeah, big shout out and thank you to Jeff. I did tell him my channel, so I'm sure he's watching this. So thank you again. Maybe we can see if we can get a cab tour of the F unit in the future. That'd be kind of neat, since I've never seen the inside of an F unit other than pictures and video and whatnot. So yeah, one thing I will mention is that the staff here, the employees, are the utmost friendliest. They will take the time to talk to you. If you have questions, they'll answer them. Like I said, I was just doing that little clip where I was standing next to the engine with it running. As soon as I turned the camera off, he climbed down, he walked over, he shook my hand, introduced himself, gave me that magazine, and told him my channel, told him what I was doing. He said he saw me out all day running different spots, you know, the filming and stuff like that. So that was really cool, and I definitely appreciate the fact that he came down to say hi and introduce himself. And that's one of the things that I really appreciate about the Reading and Northern, is that they're very friendly, very courteous. You guys saw in the previous video that I did on 2102 that we were able to interview Andy Muller Jr. We were able to interview Andy Muller Jr. and he was very friendly and very talkative and very proud of what he has. So with the excursions and the different things with the RDCs and the now running the F units here, I heard 425s should be running soon, doing an excursion as well, I believe next weekend. 2102 is going to be doing another passenger excursion in August, so we're hoping to chase that one as well and get you footage of that. So it just everything that Reading and Northern is doing with rebuilding infrastructure and bringing back the classics, you know, I guess you want to call them the classics. Seeing the steam locomotives up and running and actually in use and not sitting in a museum. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is nice seeing them in a museum as well, but to actually see one up and running and hearing the sounds of it is just surreal, and an experience that, if you can, I urge you to check that out. Come to Jim Thorpe when they have an excursion coming through here, or book tickets, and if you want to ride on it through Reading and Northern. I will put the website in the description below, as always, so that way you can go to their website and get tickets if you want to book tickets and experience this for yourself. Because after riding behind 425, I think that was last year or the year before, that was just an amazing experience. You know, growing up as a kid, I never really saw steam locomotives in use. So being able to see them in my adult life is really cool, because I grew up with being in the Bucks-Montgomery County area, I grew up with SEPTA, seeing SEPTA when I was younger, seeing Conrail, and then now I see Norfolk Southern. You know, I know somebody says I say that wrong, but Norfolk, however you say it. Anyway, little inside joke. It's all good. But yeah, so yeah, if you can come out and experience this for yourself, I definitely encourage you to. Jim Thorpe has plenty to offer, including sirens. You're ruining my outro. You know, even if you want to come out and make it a family event for a day, I mean, there's plenty to do. You got the whitewater rafting right here on the river. You got the rail trail that you can ride your bike on, like I've been doing today, which I'm kind of dreading to ride back to the truck because it's kind of uphill, slightly upgrade. So I'm gonna be doing a little more pedaling than coming back here or coming down here. So being able to see the gorge, the mountains surrounding you is just an incredible and surreal experience. And the top of my head's cut off. And then also having the history of the railroad, the steam locomotives, the old diesel units, you know, with the transit. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up here and pack up, get back on the bike and head back to the truck. So maybe I'll say goodbye to you there. All right, well, we made it back to the truck. I worked up a pretty good sweat. It's a good thing I brought another shirt so that way I can change into it. It was a good workout. I think it's the first time I've ridden my bike since the last video you saw me do riding a bike 2 years ago. Yeah, I'm out of shape. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here and would like to see more content like this or any of the other stuff that I put up, be sure to go ahead and subscribe. I would definitely appreciate that. And like I said, I'll put a link in the description below for Reading and Northern for their excursions, so you can find out more information for yourself or get tickets to ride any of the excursions that you may want to try to get on. And also wanted to wish everybody a safe and happy 4th of July, even though it's now pretty much over, other than the fireworks part. That should be tonight for most if not some people, some people's towns. You know, it's Monday, so I'm not sure what plans are. I know Jamie left to go watch fireworks somewhere, so yeah, I don't think I will be watching fireworks anywhere unless I see them on my way home. But I do know that I will be going to get something to eat and cold drinks, because the tea and the water that I have are both pretty warm, but they're wet, so I mean, it is what it is. So I'm gonna load the bike up in the truck, hop in here. I wish I had air conditioning, but I don't. I got the 560. Open all the windows and keep it above 60. That's my air conditioning. So again, I want to thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Actually, we'll catch you in the next one. I have an audience. Fix my shirt. Sleeves are all rolled up.